Who's learned something today? Yeah? Who's still waiting to learn something? This is a real honour. How to increase your fees 10 times and build a six-figure income. That's what I want to talk to you about in the next 15 to 20 minutes. It's taken me a long time to get to this point, yeah? And that little blue down the bottom there, I only got that yesterday. So nothing like a deadline to make you do something. So I finished my PowerPoint presentation an hour ago, and Daryl said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yes." So here we go. Who is Julie Lewin? Well, I haven't got lots of words for you. I like pictures. They say speak 1,000 words. I was born in Gympie and didn't stay there long. My parents went a roaming and we ended up in Mount Isa. See that stack there, the big one? That is 1/2 kilometre high. And I've got a story about that I'll tell you later. I'm married to the amazing Frank, and some of you may have met Frank. He's quite a character. We got married 30 years ago in October, and yes, we did have 2 babies. They wouldn't let me put their pickies up here, so I've just written 2 babies. And we raised our children in Brisbane. These are my children now. We ran away from home 2.5 years ago and left them with everything, and we started again in the country, and we love it. Oh, there is a little bit of something else about me. I'm a healer and a medical intuitive, and that might be a bit woohoo for some of you, and it was for me when I was told that 28 years ago. And what can I say about that? I discovered that I could see inside of people's bodies and locate the root cause of their discomfort. And it didn't happen overnight, but I decided I wanted to have that life, so I practiced every single day for the last 28 years. Now, why have I got the Olympic symbols there? Well, I met an Olympian in this room. We actually went to the function on the Saturday night, and she started telling me about the Olympian mindset. And I thought, wow, I have a mindset like that, but I'm not an Olympian. So let's see what an Olympian mindset is. It's determination. It's inner strength. You're hardworking and persistent. You're self-motivated, like you light that light in your heart. No one else can do that for you. You can deal with adversity, and you have tenacity. When you have those qualities, it means you can pick yourself up off the bathroom floor where you've been sobbing and get back into your life and keep going with whatever it is that you want to do. You're optimistic and positive, and you have the ability to be really focused. So that's what I've done over the last 28 years in a lot of different areas of my life. So I practiced for 9 years, and I got to go on their TV show, The Extraordinary, where they tested me on film because I rang them up and said, I can see inside of people's bodies, and they said, oh yeah, right. And they said, have you got anyone who can prove it? I said, well, my mum. And they said, someone else? I said, well, what about a doctor and a psychiatrist and a nurse? And they said, yes. And so they rang me about 6 weeks later and said, we'll have a film crew in town in a couple of days. We want to film you. I said, I don't think so. Huh? And I said, I don't want to be made a mockery of because what I do is serious. And they said, we promise we won't do that. That TV show, no word of a lie, I would have filled this room with letters 10 times over. My husband went and picked a sack up from the post box every day. And it was very overwhelming. And so I decided I wanted to hide. Well, there's a reason why I've got this here. Responding to all of those people, I thought that I was obliged to give all of myself to those tens of thousands of people that wanted a piece of me. So I did. There was a consequence. I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in May 2000, and the day after I had surgery, I went to speak to my doctor and I couldn't speak. I lost my voice for a year. And I said to God, if you let me speak again, live my passion, speak about it here today, to inspire people to live their dreams and climb their mountains, I promise I'll do that. So, we'll fast forward to 2006. And I built my very first website. It was a clunky website, it's still there, and it was through something called Site Build It. I put a lot of my heart and soul into that and thought I was doing pretty well. But I knew I needed something more. Fast forward to 2008. Facebook changed my life. Now I know that sounds like a pretty weird thing to say. My best friend from when I was 20, and we had our babies together when I was 24 and 26, found me on Facebook. Exactly a month before there was one of these events. And I said, oh, she got 2 tickets. There we go. She got 2 tickets and she said, Julie, would you like to come to Sydney with me to that event? And it was the very first Our Internet Secrets event that was like this. And I said, oh, I haven't got any money, but I do have $400 to buy my passport so I can go to Thailand in 2 months. I'll use that. So I did. I spent my passport money and I went to Our Internet Secrets. And I just kept saying, oh my God, this is exactly what I've been asking for. God answers my prayers. So I joined Our Internet Secrets. Now we're going to fast forward to February. That's 5 months later. You're going to hear Daryl say something later and I might steal her thunder, but some people really bug her. I was one of them. I was still doing my research 5 months later. And then I went to this event. Now, this is part of the OAS program that they'll talk to you about later. And I was at that event. I didn't have a topic. I didn't know what I was going to write about. I was very confused in myself. And I spoke to Andrew and he said, you need to go and speak to Paul Blackburn. And I did. No word of a lie, in 3 minutes he changed my life. And by the end of that first day, I had my topic. I went home, did some research on the internet. And the next day, I had a 30-day plan. In 30 days, I created a product. I went into a recording studio and I recorded 10 healing meditations for before, during, and after surgery. I wrote an ebook. I outsourced a sales letter. And I had to project manage it because those guys at the recording studio said, sure, we'll have that done in 48 hours. They didn't. I had to keep hassling them. And then they said, yeah, we'll get the guy to master it, digitally master it. He'll do that in 24 hours. Well, he didn't. And I got everything on the 30th day. That was my target, that I would submit everything to OAS Techies on the 30th day. And I did. 30 days later, thank you. 30 days later, I got my website back and I made my first sale overnight. Do you think I was a pretty happy cookie? I was. I've made some money from that product, but it's not my best product. And I need to market it more. Oh, actually, here it is. It is actually a real live product. Who wants it? Who wants it? Ah, there you go. So, who knows Brett Thompson? He's a copywriter extraordinaire. He's an all-round good guy, and you're going to meet him this afternoon. I decided I wanted to be a little Brett Thompson wannabe. So I said, Brett, are you going to teach this stuff that you do? And he said, yes. I said, well, I want to be your first student. And I was one of his first students. So I thought I was going to be Australia's next best thing to women in copywriting. I wasn't. I had big dreams in October 2009. I had no money. My clients were paying me $50 a consultation. I had a huge heart. I'd made this deal with God that if he gave me back my voice, that I would help people. I was really willing to learn. And Andrew and Daryl provided that environment for me to learn. And I tell you what, I ate it, I slept it, I breathed it, and I did everything that they told me to do. And guess what? I got offered a job with Andrew and Daryl. And I became the OIS Help Desk Manager in October 2009. I got trained for a few weeks, and then I was on my own. And I wrote this email to Daryl. I said, Dear Daryl, you have the wrong person. I so cannot do this job. You'll have to find someone else. And I went to press enter, and I couldn't. I did that 4 times, and I thought, okay, maybe I'm not meant to quit this job, but I did need some help. I had a friend who had just become a hypnotherapist, and I said, you need to get here right now. I'm about to quit the best job in my life. And so she actually drove over. I still had the emails open on my computer that I couldn't answer. No word of a lie. She sat on my front veranda with me and did an intervention. Sounds cool. She left. I went back inside and I started answering those emails, and I didn't stop. I have had the most extraordinary journey with Andrew and Daryl. I love everything to do with our internet secrets. So that's my favourite part on the website, and anyone who's had a welcome call with me will know that. So we'll move on. Andrew and Daryl. These are my mentors. I absolutely love the mentorship that they've given me, and it's transformed my life. And then Janet Becker, she's one of the OIS faculty members, and you'll hear a bit more about her. She's the joint venture queen. Guess what? I had a recruitment agency from Adelaide Facebook me privately, I didn't know who they were, and said, can we do a joint venture with you? We want a joint venture on all of your products. I said, oh, but my website's not finished yet. Oh, well, no, as soon as it's done, send it to us and we'll put it on our website and we'll market it to our thousands of people. So that just happened last week. Yes, thank you. Gideon Shalwick, he's another one of our Internet Secrets faculty members. He's the video blogging expert, and what he doesn't know is not worth knowing. So I'm going to flip through because I'm going too slow. So these are, you'll see all these people later. They're all my mentors. Fast forward to September 2011. Had my first speaking gig with Adam Gibson. I spoke for 90 minutes, closed 50% of the room and made $5,000. I was very excited. I've never made that much money in that short a time in my life. And in that moment, I thought, you know what? I can do anything I want to do. I can make as much money as I want. I just have to put my heart and soul into it and ask for it. Fast forward to April 2012. Celestial Consciousness Retreat. I didn't follow Andrew and Daryl's advice. I didn't do the middle steps. I just went from the little product to the big product. And I charged $3,300 for that. I sold out and I made $16,500 in a week. My next one's in November. I'm pretty excited about that. So I went in 2 years from $50 a session. I now charge $497 a session, and I have a monthly target of 20. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less, but it averages out. See that there? I said I wanted to go to the top of that. I'm afraid of heights. And to get to the top of that, I had to go in a cage that had just bars on it. And we went half a kilometre up in the air. And then the guy that took me up there said, well, now you have to get on that ladder that goes a half a kilometre down, and you have to climb another 6 feet to get right up to the rim up there. So it took him 20 minutes to get me to get on the ladder. And then I climbed, and my head hit something. It hit a ceiling. You know, they talk about a ceiling, glass ceiling. Well, I hit a wooden ceiling. And I said, I can't go any further. He said, sure you can. I said, no, I can't. He said, oh, they've changed things. Well, you'll have to just come back down and step over that half a kilometre chasm and get back on here, and we'll have to wait for him to send us back down. I was stuck on that ladder for 25 minutes, like this, and my slippery hands. And anyway, he coaxed me back down, and I always remember that when I think that I can't do something, I saved my own life in that stupid thing that I did, but maybe it was one of the best things that I ever did. That was a moment. So today, my ultimate business model. I'm very excited to have pulled together my ultimate business model. My first step is I'll give away something for free. It's I made a mistake. 7 steps to celestial consciousness. I just started a meditation circle. It's live, online, to anyone in the world, and we discuss it afterwards in a special Facebook group. I do a one-day workshop on mastering intuition, because that's what I've developed. I've developed my intuition to a really high regard. I've created a home study pack. There's my 6-day retreat. Oh, I do mentoring as well. I had my first mentoring client on Monday, and she really loved that. And then I've got a high-end mentoring program. I won't go into what all of those are. I haven't got any time. Who wants to feel the love? Yeah? Who wants to know how to stop psychic vampires from sucking your energy? Because I can teach you how to do that. I've got 4 e-classes. I sell them for $97. I'll give you them for free. This is my meditation room. And this is the PowerPoint slide that comes up when I do the webinar. So everyone knows that I'm sitting in there recording this meditation. I'll give you the first one for free. So vote for me if I have inspired you. Thank you, everyone.